You see, success isn't about making one big decision. It's about making 1,000 small decisions every single day. It's about the habits we form, the routines we establish, and the little things we do consistently that add up to big results over time. So let's talk about these 10 small habits that can change your life forever. Are you ready? Let's go. Read every day. The first habit that will change your life forever is reading every day. Now, I'm not talking about scrolling through social media or skimming headlines. I'm talking about sitting down with a good book and feeding your mind with valuable information. You see, readers are leaders. The most successful people I know are voracious readers. They understand that knowledge is power, and they're constantly seeking to expand their understanding of the world. When I was a young man, I made a commitment to read at least 30 minutes every day. And let me tell you, that simple habit has paid dividends beyond my wildest dreams. It's opened up new worlds of ideas, given me insights into business and personal development, and helped me become a better thinker and communicator. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Jim, I don't have time to read. Well, let me ask you this. Do you have time to be average? Do you have time to stay stuck where you are? Because that's what happens when you don't invest in your personal growth. Reading is like exercise for your mind. Just like you wouldn't expect to get in shape without working out, you can't expect to grow and improve without feeding your mind with new ideas and information. So start small. Commit to reading just 10 pages a day. That's it, 10 pages. You can do that while you're eating breakfast, dinner, your lunch break, or before bed. And here's the magic. If you read just 10 pages a day, that's 3,650 pages in a year. That's equivalent to about 18 average-sized books. Imagine how much you could learn, how much you could grow if you read 18 books in a year, and all it takes is 10 pages a day. That's the power of small habits compounded over time. Wake up early. The second habit that will change your life forever is waking up early. Now, I know this one might not be popular for some of you night owls out there, but hear me out. There's something magical about those early morning hours. The world is quiet, your mind is fresh, and you have the opportunity to start your day on your own terms, instead of immediately reacting to the demands of others. When you wake up early, you're giving yourself the gift of time. Time to think, time to plan, time to work on your most important goals before the rest of the world starts making demands on your attention. I remember when I first started waking up at 5 a.m. wasn't easy. I'm not going to lie to you. Those first few mornings were tough. But you know what? After a week or two, something amazing happened. I started looking forward to those early mornings. I started feeling more energized, more focused, more in control of my life. Now, I'm not saying you have to wake up at 5 a.m. maybe for you. It's 6 a.m. or 6:30 a.m. The specific time isn't as important as the principle. The key is to give yourself that extra time in the morning to set the tone for your day. And here's the thing, how you start your day often determines how you live your day. If you start your day rushed and reactive, chances are the rest of your day will follow that pattern. But if you start your day calm, focused, and intentional, you're setting yourself up for success. So try it. Start by waking up just 15 minutes earlier than you usually do. Use that time to read, to meditate, to exercise, or to work on your most important goal. Then gradually increase it. Before you know it, you might find yourself joining the 5 a.m. I'm wondering how you ever lived any other way. Practice gratitude. The third habit that will change your life forever is practicing gratitude. Now, this might sound simple, maybe even a bit cliche, but I promise you it's powerful. You see, gratitude is like a magnet for miracles. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you start to attract more good things into your life. It's not magic, it's just a shift in perspective that changes how you interact with the world. I remember a time in my life when things weren't going well. My business was struggling, my relationships were strained, and I was feeling pretty down on myself. But then I started a simple gratitude practice. Every morning I would write down 3 things I was grateful for. At first it felt forced. I had to really search for things to be grateful for. But you know what? The more I did it, the easier it became. And not only that, but I started noticing more and more things to be grateful for throughout my day. It was like I had put on a new pair of glasses, and suddenly I could see all the good things in my life that I had been overlooking. And here's the amazing part. As I became more grateful, more good things started coming into my life. My attitude improved, my relationships got better, and my business started to turn around. Now, I'm not saying gratitude alone solved all my problems, but it gave me the perspective and the positive energy I needed to tackle those problems effectively. So here's what I want you to do every night before you go to bed. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big things. Maybe you're grateful for the delicious meal you had, or the warm sunshine on your face, or the kind word from a friend. The key is to be specific. Don't just write, I'm grateful for my family. Instead, write, I'm grateful for the way my daughter laughed at my joke dinner. The more specific you are, the more you'll feel the emotional impact of your gratitude. Do this every night for a month, and I promise you, you'll start to see a change in your life. You'll start to notice more good things happening around you. You'll feel more positive, more optimistic. And that positive energy will attract more positive experiences into your life. Remember, gratitude turns what we have into enough. And when you feel like you have enough, you operate from a place of abundance rather than scarcity. And that, my friends, is a game changer. Exercise daily. The 4th habit that will change your life forever is exercising daily. Now, before you start groaning and thinking about grueling gym sessions, hear me out. I'm not talking about becoming a professional athlete or spending hours in the gym every day. I'm talking about making movement a non-negotiable part of your daily routine. You see, your body is the vehicle through which you experience life. It's the instrument to achieve your goals, to create value in the world, to enjoy this of your labor. And just like you wouldn't expect a car to run well without regular maintenance, you can't expect your body to perform at its best without regular exercise. When I first started my journey of personal development, I focused solely on my mind. I read books, attended seminars, worked on my skills, but I neglected my physical health. And you know what? It held me back. I didn't have the energy, the stamina, or the mental clarity to fully implement all the great ideas I was learning. It wasn't until I made exercise a daily habit that things really started to take off. And I'm not talking about anything extreme. I started with just 15 minutes of walking every day. That's it, but that small habit had a ripple effect on every area of my life. I started sleeping better. My energy levels increased. My mood improved. I was able to focus better and be more productive. And as I got more consistent with my exercise, I naturally started making better food choices too. Now, here's the key. Consistency is more important than intensity. It's better to do a little bit every day than to do a lot once in a while. So start small. Commit to just 15 minutes of movement every day. It could be a brisk walk, some body weight exercises in your living room, or a short yoga session. The specific exercise doesn't matter as much as the habit of moving your body every single day. And here's a pro tip. Tie your exercise to something you already do every day. For example, I do push-ups every morning right after I brush my teeth. It's become so automatic that I don't even think about it anymore. It's just part of my routine. Remember, your body is the only place you have to live. Take care of it. Move it every day. I promise you, this small habit will pay dividends in every area of your life. Practice. The 5th habit that will change your life forever is practicing mindfulness. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, Jim, that sounds a bit too new age for me. But stick with me here, because mindfulness is simply the practice of being fully present in the moment. In today's world, we're constantly bombarded with distractions. Our phones are buzzing, our email inboxes are overflowing, and our minds are often racing with thoughts of the past or worries about the future. But here's the truth. The only moment we can actually live in, the only moment we can actually control, is the present moment. Mindfulness is about training your mind to focus on the here and now. It's about being fully engaged in whatever you're doing, whether that's having a conversation, working on a project, or even just enjoying a meal. I remember when I first started practicing mindfulness, I was skeptical, to say the least. But I decided to give it a try. I started with just 5 minutes a day of sitting quietly and focusing on my breath. And let me tell you, those first few sessions were tough. My mind was like a wild monkey jumping from thought to thought. But I stuck with it, and gradually I started to notice changes. I became more aware of my thoughts and emotions. I was able to respond to situations more calmly rather than reacting impulsively. My ability to focus improved dramatically, and perhaps most importantly, I started to really appreciate the little moments in life that I had been rushing past before. Now, mindfulness doesn't have to mean sitting cross-legged on the floor meditating, although that's certainly one way to practice it. You can practice mindfulness in any moment. When you're eating, really taste your food. When you're walking, really feel your feet hitting the ground. When you're talking to someone, really listen to what they're saying instead of thinking about what you're going to say next. Start small. Set a reminder on your phone to take 3 deep, mindful breaths every hour. Or try eating 1 meal a day without any distractions. No TV, no phone, just you and your food. These small moments of mindfulness can add up to big changes in your life. Remember, life is lived in moments. The more present you can be in those moments, the richer and more fulfilling your life will become. And that's what mindfulness is all about. Set daily goals. The 6th habit that will change your life forever, setting daily goals. Now, I'm not talking about your big long-term goals, although those are important too. I'm talking about setting specific, achievable goals for each day. You see, success is not about making one big leap. It's about taking small steps consistently over time. And setting daily goals is how you make sure you're taking those steps every single day. When I was first starting out in business, I would often feel overwhelmed by all the things I needed to do. I had big dreams, but I didn't know where to start. It wasn't until I started breaking down my big goals into small, daily actions that I really started to make progress. Here's how it works. Every evening before you go to bed, take a few minutes to write down your top 3 goals for the next day. These should be specific, actionable items that you can realistically accomplish in a day. For example, instead of a vague goal like work on my business, you might write make 10 sales calls or write the first draft of my marketing email. The key is to be specific and realistic. Now, here's the magic. When you wake up in the morning, you know exactly what you need to focus on. You're not wasting time trying to figure out what to do. You're not getting distracted by less important tasks. You're laser focused on your top priorities. And let me tell you, there's something incredibly satisfying about checking off those daily goals. It gives you a sense of accomplishment, a boost of motivation that carries you forward. And over time, those small daily accomplishments add up to big results. Remember, success is not about doing extraordinary things. It's about doing ordinary things extraordinarily well, day after day. And setting daily goals helps you do just that. So tonight, before you go to bed, try it out. Write down your top 3 goals for tomorrow. Make them specific and achievable. Then tomorrow, focus on accomplishing those goals. Do this every day and watch how it transforms your productivity and your progress towards your bigger goals. Practice self-reflection. The 7th habit that will change your life forever is practicing self-reflection. Now, in our fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of daily life. We're constantly moving from one task to the next, one problem to the next, without ever taking the time to pause and reflect. But here's the thing, if you don't take the time to reflect on your experiences, you miss out on the valuable lessons they have to teach you. Self-reflection is how you turn experiences into insight, and insight into wisdom. I remember when I first started making it a habit to reflect on my day, every evening I would take just 10 minutes to ask myself a few simple questions. What went well today? What could I have done better? What did I learn? At first it felt a bit awkward. I wasn't used to examining my day so closely. But as I kept at it, I started to notice patterns. I became more aware of my strengths and weaknesses. I started to see opportunities for improvement that I had been missing before. And you know what? That simple habit of self-reflection became one of the most powerful tools in my personal development toolkit. It helped me learn from my mistakes faster. It helped me recognize and repeat my successes. It gave me a clearer picture of who I was and who I wanted to become. Now, self-reflection doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need to write a novel every night. Just take a few minutes to check in with yourself. Ask yourself those 3 simple questions. What went well? What could I improve? What did I learn? And here's a pro tip. Write it down. There's something powerful about putting your thoughts on paper. It helps you clarify your thinking and gives you a record that you can just zoom in as a record time over time. Remember, the unexamined life is not worth living. Take the time to reflect on your experiences, to learn from your successes and your failures. It's how you grow, how you improve, how you become the best version of yourself. So tonight, before you go to bed, try it out. Take just 10 minutes to reflect on your day. Ask yourself those 3 questions and write down your answers. Do this every day, and I promise you, you'll start to see positive changes in your life. Practice kindness. The 8th habit that will change your life forever is practicing kindness. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Jim, that sounds nice, but how is being kind going to help me succeed? Well, let me tell you, kindness is not just a nice to have. It's a must-have for anyone who wants to achieve lasting success and fulfillment. You see, success is not just about what you achieve, it's about who you become in the process. And practicing kindness shapes you into the kind of person that others want to be around, want to work with, want to help. I remember early in my career, I was so focused on getting ahead that I sometimes forgot to be kind. I was all business all the time. And you know what? It held me back. People didn't want to work with me. They didn't go out of their way to help me. They helped me. They did the bare minimum and nothing more. But when I started making a conscious effort to be kind, to show appreciation, to help others without expecting anything in return, to really listen and empathize, everything changed. Suddenly, people were more willing to go the extra mile for me. They were more forgiving of my mistakes. They were more open to my ideas. And here's the amazing thing. As I practiced kindness, I found that I felt better about myself. I was happier, more satisfied with my life. It wasn't just changing how others saw me. It was changing how I saw myself. Now, practicing kindness doesn't mean being a pushover or neglecting your own needs. It simply means treating others with respect and compassion. It means looking for opportunities to help, to encourage, to uplift. So here's what I want you to do every day. Look for one opportunity to show kindness. It could be as simple as giving a genuine compliment, helping a coworker with a task, or sending an encouraging message to a friend. Just one act of kindness a day. And here's the key. Do it without expecting anything in return. Do it simply because it's the right thing to do, because it makes the world a little bit better. Remember, kindness is like a boomerang. It always comes back to you. Maybe not immediately, maybe not from the same person, but it always comes back. And in the process, it shapes you into the kind of person that naturally attracts success and happiness. So start today. Look for that one opportunity to be kind. Do it consistently, and watch how it transforms your relationships, your work, and your life. Manage your money wisely. The 9th habit that will change your life forever is managing your money wisely. Now, I know money can be a touchy subject for some people, but the truth is, how you handle your money has a profound impact on every area of your life. You see, money is a tool. It's not good or bad in itself. It's how you use it that matters. And learning to manage your money wisely gives you the freedom to pursue your dreams, to help others, to live life on your own terms. I remember when I first started taking control of my finances. I was living paycheck to paycheck, always worried about bills, never feeling like I had enough. And you know what? That financial stress affected everything, my work, my relationships, my health. But then I made a decision. I decided to become a student of money management. I started reading books on personal finance. I started tracking every penny I spent. I started setting financial goals and creating a plan to achieve them. And let me tell you, that decision changed my life. As I got better at managing my money, I felt a weight lift off my shoulders. I stopped worrying so much about bills. I started feeling more in control of my life. And most importantly, I started having the resources to invest in myself, in my business, and my future. Now, here's the thing. Managing your money wisely doesn't mean you have to become a financial expert overnight. It's about developing small, consistent habits that add up over time. every coffee, every subscription, every impulse purchase. Don't judge yourself, just track it. At the end of the month, look at where your money is going. Are you spending in line with your values and goals? Are there areas where you could cut back? Are there areas where you should be investing more? Then start setting some financial goals. Maybe it's building an emergency fund or paying off debt or saving for a big purchase. Whatever it is, write it down and create a plan to achieve it. Remember, it's not about how much money you make. It's about how you manage what you have. I've seen people with modest incomes achieve financial freedom, and I've seen people with high incomes struggle with debt. The difference is in the habits. So start today. Track your spending. Set some goals. Take control of your finances. I promise you it will change your life in ways you can't even imagine. Continuous improvement, and now we come to the 10th and final habit that will change your life forever. Continuous improvement. This habit ties all the others together and is the key to long-term success and fulfillment. You see, life is not about reaching a destination. It's about the journey. It's about becoming a little bit better each day in every area of your life. It's about never being satisfied with where you are, always striving to be better tomorrow than you are today. I remember when I first embraced this mindset of continuous improvement, it was like a light bulb went off in my head. I realized that I didn't have to be perfect. I just had to be better than I was yesterday. And that took so much pressure off. It worked. As I focused on continuous improvement, I started to see changes in every area of my life. My skills improved, my relationships got better, my business grew, and most importantly, I felt a sense of progress, of forward momentum that was incredibly satisfying. Now, here's how you can implement this habit in your life. At the end of each day, ask yourself this simple question: how can I be a little bit better tomorrow? Maybe it's reading an extra page, doing one more rep in your workout, being a little more patient with your kids, or finding one small way to improve your work. The key is to focus on progress, not perfection. Don't try to change everything at once. Just focus on making small, consistent improvements over time. And here's the beautiful thing about continuous improvement. It compounds, just like compound interest can turn small savings into a fortune over time. Small daily improvements can lead to massive changes in your life over the long run. Remember, success is not about making one big leap. It's about taking small steps forward every single day. It's about being committed to lifelong learning and growth. It's about always striving to be the best version of yourself. Now let's recap these 10 small habits that will change your life forever. Read every day. Wake up early. Practice gratitude. Exercise daily. Practice mindfulness. Set daily goals. Practice self-reflection. Practice kindness. Manage your money wisely. Continuous improvement. As we come to the end of our time together, I want you to remember something important. These habits are simple, but they're not always easy. They require commitment. They require discipline. They require consistency. But here's the thing. The pain of discipline weighs ounces, while the pain of regret weighs tons. The small discomforts you might feel in developing these habits is nothing compared to the regret you'll feel if you don't. So I challenge you to pick one of these habits, just one, and pick one to practicing it every day for the next 30 days. It doesn't matter which one you choose. What matters is that you start, that you take action, that you begin the process of transforming your life. Because here's the truth, your life will not get better by chance. It will only get better by change. And these small habits are the key to creating that change. Remember, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. So start today. Start now. Take that first small step towards the life you want to live. And as you implement these habits, as you start to see changes in your life, remember this, you have greatness within you. You have the power to create the life you want. You have the ability to become the person you've always dreamed of being. These habits are just tools. They're just the means to an end. The real magic happens when you use these tools consistently, when you commit to becoming the best version of yourself every single day. So go forth with courage, with determination, with the knowledge that you have everything you need within you to create an extraordinary life. Embrace these habits, make them a part of who you are, and watch as your world transforms. Your future is bright. Your potential is limitless. And the best is yet to come. Thank you for your time, and remember, life is not about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. So go out there and create the life you want to live. The world is waiting for you.